Welcome to VTeach. In this video, we'll discuss about string operations and the different predefined methods present in the string module. String operations. What are the different operations we can do on strings? So we can use different symbols or different operators to work with string operations. Plus, if I want to combine two strings, that is concatenation of two strings without doing any other operations that we generally do in other languages by writing programs, we can directly do by just placing a plus operator between the two strings that I want to combine. Whereas in other programming languages, we need to write a program for combining two strings and place it into another string. But without doing that, just by placing plus between the two strings that I want to join, I can concatenate two strings. So it's known as a concatenation operation used to join two strings. Next, star. If I want to print a string for multiple number of times, no need of writing multiple print statements. I can just write star which is known as a repetition operator, which is going to take two things. First thing is string name and then multiplied with n. String name is what has to be printed. N tells how many number of times it has to be printed. So based on how many number of times we have passed, the string will be printed for multiple number of times. Star is a repetition operator. Next, slicing. It is also a slice operator which is used to extract multiple characters from the string, which is going to take two arguments. The first one is the start index and the next one is the end index, which is going to pick the characters from first index, that is the start index, to end index minus 1. It is used to access the characters from the specified range of values given in the start index and end index. So string name within the square brackets, start index colon end index. So these two values we have to pass. So when we pass these two values, automatically it's not extracting multiple characters, which is known as string slicing. Next, in operator and not in. These two operators are known as membership operators, which are used to check whether a substring is present in the original string or not, or a character is present in the string or not. If it is present, first let's discuss about in operator. The in operator or not in operator are going to return either true or false. First, if we can discuss about in operator returns true if the value that I want to check is present inside the string. In operator returns true if the value that I am trying to set is present in the string. It returns false if the value is not present. Not in is the reverse of in operator. Not in returns true if the value is not present. If it is present, it returns false. In operator returns true if it is present. It returns false if it is not present. Not in returns true if it is not present and returns false if it is present. That's what we call in and not in as reverse operator. In and not in are known as membership operators. Next, del. It is used to delete the entire string without presenting any value present in the string. We can delete the entire string. Let's check the executions of all these operators. Let's take two strings. S1 is equal to HELLO and then S2 is equal to world. Now we'll use plus operator. Write S1 plus S2. Sorry. Hello world was printed on the screen. So plus has combined the characters present in S1 and then S2. Next, star operator, which is used to repeat a string for multiple number of times. Now my intention is to print the word hello for 4 times. So I'll write here print S1 star 4, which is going to print hello, hello, hello and hello. So no need of writing print S1, print S1, print S1 and print S1. Without writing it, we can simply write a repetition operator, that is star, to print a value for number of times. Next, slice operator. Print, I can use S1 with one index, which is known as string indexing, or we can use multiple indexing S1 with 1:3. So it's going to extract multiple characters present in the string. So it's going to get the characters from first index, start index, to end index minus 1. The first index that I have given is 1 and the end index is 3. So it extracts only the characters present at first index and second index. What are the characters present in first index and second index is E and L. Now this next operator is in operator. I want to check whether a character is present in a string or not. I want to check H is present in S1 or not. I'll write print H in S1. H in S1 because S1 string is initialized to hello. I'm just writing, I'll just print the string S1. I'll execute it again. Print H in S1. Since H is present in S1, it's going to print true. In the same way, O. O is also present. Now let's try to print a character which is not present. D. So D in S1. Since the characters are H, E, L, L, O, D is not present. That's why it has printed false. The output of in operator will be either true or false. In returns true if the value is present. It returns false if it is not present. In the same way, I can check for collection of characters also. H, E in S1. So if I mix up the characters like H, L, it's not going to extract because H, L should be continuous characters, but H and L are not continuous characters in the string hello. That's why it has written false. I can check a single character is present in the string or not, or multiple characters are present in the string or not by using in operator. Now let's go for reverse operator, that is not in, by printing S2 once. Print S2 word. Now I'll try print R in not in S2. According to our knowledge, R is present in S2, so it returns false because not in returns true if it is not present. It returns false if it is present. Since R is present in S2, it has written false. Now check with one more word, D. Since D is also present, it returns false. Now check with a character which is not present, it returns true. Z not in S1. So since it is not present, it has written true for us. Since the same way, we can check for multiple characters also. LD not in S2 because it is present, it returns false. Next check LE not in S2. Since LE is not present, it is returning true. So this is how we can check for membership operators in and not in. Now I will just print S2 word. So what is happening here is I'm just printing the characters present in the string. Now I want to delete the entire characters present in the string without replacing the characters. I can simply write del S2. I deleted the entire string. Now try to print S2. What happens? It's going to scold us because S2 is not defined, because by using del operator I have deleted the entire string. So since there is no string value present in S2 and the entire memory was also deleted, it has printed a message saying that name error, S2 is not defined. Let's see the methods present in string module. Now the different type of methods present in the string class. First one is capitalize. What this capitalize method is going to do is it is going to make the first letter of the string as capital letter when we use the method capitalize. If I have a string as hello, if I apply capitalize method, you are going to get it as HELLO because it capitalizes the first character of the string. So it becomes HELLO. Next, count. Count is used to check this string how many number of times it is present between the start index and the end index. It counts the number of occurrences of a substring in the string between begin and end index. If I want to check how many number of times a string was present in the entire string between two indexes, I can use the count method. Is all num. It returns true if the characters in the string are alphanumeric, means if it contains alphabets or numbers, it's fine. It should have at least one character. Otherwise, it returns false. All num returns true if it is going to have alphanumerics, means alphabets or numbers. At least there should be one character. Otherwise, it returns false. Next, is alpha is going to check specifically for alphabets. It returns true if the characters totally in the string are alphabets. If there is at least one character, otherwise it returns false. Is decimal. It returns true if the characters in the string are decimal numbers. Is digit checks whether the string contains digits. It returns true if it contains digits. It returns false if it does not contain digits. Is identifier. So if it is a valid identifier, it's going to return true. Valid identifiers means there are some rules for writing valid identifiers. If they are correctly according to the identifier rules, it's going to return true. Otherwise, it returns false. Next, is lower checks whether all the characters in the string are lowercase or not. If they are in other case, if any one of the characters is in uppercase, it's going to return false. It returns true if all the characters in the string are in the lowercase. Next, is numeric. It returns true if the string contains only numeric characters. If it contains only numbers, it is going to return true. Otherwise, it returns false. is printable. There might be some characters which cannot be printed on the screen for a string. So if the string contains only printable characters, it's going to return true of is printable. It returns false if any one of the characters is not a printable character. Next is upper. It returns true if all the characters in the string are uppercase. It returns false if any one of the characters is in the lowercase. Is space. It checks whether the character that you want to check is a space character or not. It returns true if it is a space. It returns false if it is not a space. Next is upper to check whether it is an uppercase or lowercase. Join of sequence. It is used to join two numbers or two strings. If I write s1 dot join of a collection of characters in the sequence, it's going to join the sequence of characters at end of first sequence. It matches the string representation of a given sequence. So given sequence will be added at the end of the present number. Alien of string. It returns the length of the string. How many number of characters present in the string will be returned. Next, lower, which is used to convert all the characters in the string to lowercase. Else strip, if there are any white spaces at the starting of the string, it's going to replace all the white spaces. Replace is used to replace the old character with the new character. R strip is going to remove the trailing white spaces, means after the string if there are any empty white spaces, it's going to remove it. Starts with is used to check whether a string is starting with the specified string or not. Strip of characters. It is used to perform L strip and R strip on the string. It's a combination of L strip and R strip. Swap case, which is used to swap the case without checking whether it's a lowercase or uppercase. We can simply write swap case to convert the case of one string into another case. Upper to convert the string into uppercase. Next, find. Find is going to check whether a particular substring is present in a string or not from the specified indexes of start index and the end index. It returns the index value of the string where the substring is found between the begin index and the end index. Index is also similar to find method, but the difference is if the string is not found in the earlier case, find method returns -1. Whereas index method is going to raise an exception if the string is not found. It works as same find method, but the difference is it's going to check the string. If it is present, it's fine. If it is not present, it's going to return an exception. rFind is going to work with the same case like find method, but it traverses the string in the backward direction. Means in the previous case, find is starting from the first index, whereas the rFind is going to start from the last index. Next, rIndex is also similar to index method. What it is going to do is it's going to traverse the string in the backward direction. If it is present, it returns the index. If it is not present, it's going to return an exception. Let's see the demonstration of all these methods. So I'm initializing a string as HELLO. I'm initializing a string here. Now start with capitalize method. Print s1 dot so s1 dot capitalize. Since there are empty white spaces at the starting, it has not capitalized. We'll try with one more example. S2 is equal to world. So print s2 dot so if you observe here, the first character in the s2 is w, which is in the small case. When I have written capitalize, w was changed into capital letter W. Now try to print s2. What's going to happen? We'll try to perform some operations on them. World. Now print s2 dot swap case. I'm changing the case of s2, so it has changed into world. Print s2 dot is upper. I'm checking whether it's an uppercase or not. Since the world is in the lower case, it is printing false. Check with lower. So is lower is true because it is in the lower case. s2 dot lower. Since it is in the lower case, it has printed the lower case itself. Next, try with upper. Upper. World was changed into uppercase. Now use len of s2. It returns how many number of characters present in the string. That is WORLD. Those are 5 characters present in the string. Next, print s2 dot is all num. It contains at least one character, that's why it is going to print number. So is digit. Let's check whether it is a digit or not. So is digit is false because it contains only purely characters. Is space, since it's not a space, it returns false. Is identifier, yes, it is a valid identifier. We have followed according to the rules. Next, print s2 dot find h. H is not present, that's why it has written -1. Let's check for O. Since it is present in first index, it has written 1. Let's do the same for index. Index is also going to the same functionality, but if it is not present, it's going to return -1. It's going to raise an exception. Check here. Now in this case, it's going to raise an exception. Value error substring not found. It's going to raise an exception. Next, we'll try with a string by initializing with starting as empty characters. Now we apply stripped on them. s1 dot lstrip. So first of all, try to print the string. You can see whether it was stripped or not. So we have starting some white spaces and ending we have empty spaces. Print s1 dot lstrip. So hello was moved to the starting position. In the same way, if I write rstrip, so starting was there, ending characters were removed. So if I write strip, both starting and ending will be removed. So these are all the methods that are present in the string module. Thank you.